Welcome back to my channel Rare Coin World. Today we are diving into the fascinating and powerful history behind the Liberty Quarter. Voto para la Mujer 2022. This quarter is not just a coin, it's a remarkable symbol of cultural identity, women's empowerment and the evolution of American coinage. By the end of this story, you'll understand why this coin has captured the attention of collectors and historians around the world. The 2022 Voto para la Mujer quarter is part of the American Women Quarters program, a 4-year series that began in 2022 to honor the contributions of influential women in American history. This program introduced 5 new reverse designs each year, each featuring a different woman who played a significant role in shaping the nation. Among these designs, one stood out for its historical depth and cultural significance: the Nina Otero-Warren quarter bearing the phrase Voto para la Mujer, which means vote for women. This coin pays tribute to Nina Otero-Warren, a trailblazing leader from New Mexico who made history as a suffragist educator and politician. Born in 1881, she became a key figure in the American women's suffrage movement. Unlike many leaders of the time, Nina understood the importance of language and cultural inclusion. She worked tirelessly to bring Hispanic communities into the suffrage movement by promoting bilingual education and campaigning in both English and Spanish. Her efforts ensured that Spanish-speaking women were not excluded from the fight for voting rights. The inclusion of the Spanish phrase Voto para la Mujer on the coin's reverse is historic. It's the first time that Spanish words have appeared on a circulating United States coin, marking a major step in recognizing the linguistic and cultural diversity of the nation. This phrase became a rallying cry for suffrage in New Mexico and symbolized the inclusive nature of Nina's activism. The reverse design of the coin features a bold and dignified portrait of Nina Otero-Warren. She stands proudly, exuding strength and determination, while the iconic suffrage slogan arcs around her. Her image represents the resilience of women who fought for equality at a time when their voices were often silenced. The obverse of the 2022 quarter series introduced another historic shift. For the first time, the right-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by Laura Garden Fraser in 1931, was used. Fraser's design had originally been submitted for the Washington Quarter competition, but was overlooked in favor of John Flanagan's left-facing design. By adopting her portrait in 2022, the United States Mint honored one of the most talented female sculptors in American history, creating a meaningful connection between Fraser's artistry and the program's focus on women's contributions. The inscriptions on the obverse include "Liberty in God, We Trust 2022" and the Mint mark, all elegantly arranged. It also caught the attention of educators, historians, and activists who recognized its broader cultural importance. Numismatically, the 2022 quarters marked a new era of modern collecting. Each of the 5 designs for that year, Maya Angelou, Dr. Sally Ride, Wilma Mankiller, Nina Otero-Warren, and Anna May Wong, was produced in large quantities, encouraging people to check their change again, much like during the popular 50-state quarters program 2 decades earlier. For those who collect by theme, the Nina Otero-Warren quarter became a key piece in sets focusing on civil rights, women's history, and bilingual milestones. Its unique inscription makes it instantly recognizable and historically significant. The American Women Quarters program also introduced fresh opportunities for era and variety collectors. Already examples of the 2022 quarters with die chips, doubling, and off-center strikes have been discovered, some of which have fetched impressive prices on the secondary market. The Nina Otero-Warren quarter is no exception, and high-grade specimens or era varieties can hold significant collector value. The 2022 quarter series arrived during a time of renewed national conversation about inclusion and representation. By celebrating Nina's legacy, the Voto para la Mujer coin became more than a numismatic piece, it became a cultural symbol. It acknowledges the role of Hispanic Women in Shaping American Democracy, and highlights the importance of linguistic inclusion in political movements. In many ways, this coin serves as both a tribute to the past and a message to the future. It reminds us that the fight for equality involves embracing diversity, respecting cultural heritage, and ensuring that all voices are heard. For Spanish-speaking Americans, seeing their language on a U.S. coin for the first time is a powerful affirmation of identity. For coin collectors, it's a landmark moment that expands the narrative scope of what U.S. coinage can represent. The production numbers for the Nina Otero-Warren quarter were substantial, ensuring wide circulation, but proof and high-grade mint state examples are already being carefully preserved by collectors who recognize their future potential. Over time, these coins are expected to become more sought after, especially as complete sets of the American Women quarters gain historical significance. The artistry of the design also deserves attention. The careful balance between Nina's portrait, the Spanish phrase, and the surrounding inscriptions creates a coin that is visually striking and culturally meaningful. The combination of phrases' obverse portrait of Washington and the reverse honoring Nina makes this coin a beautiful blend of historical threads. As decades pass, future generations will look back at the voto para la mujer quarter as a turning point in how America chooses to commemorate its history. Instead of only celebrating presidents' 1965 Lincoln penny lying around, this might just be the moment that turns the tables for you. Many people overlook this humble coin, not realizing that some rare varieties have shocked collectors with their value. Stick around until the end of the video to know how much this coin can be worth and how you can sell it. The 1965 Lincoln penny holds a unique place in American numismatic history. It was minted during a time of major change for United States coinage. In 1965, the U.S. Mint was dealing with a nationwide coin shortage caused by the rising value of silver. To combat hoarding, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all coins. This is why number 1965 Lincoln penny carries a mint mark, regardless of where it was produced. The majority were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but Denver and San Francisco facilities contributed as well, all without their usual marks. The composition of the 1965 Lincoln penny was the same as previous years, made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it that distinctive red-brown tone collectors love. Over 1.4 billion pieces were minted, making it a common coin in circulation. However, what makes some 1965 pennies stand out are rare errors, exceptional condition, and unique varieties that can turn an ordinary-looking coin into a valuable collectible. One of the most famous errors associated with this year is the 1965 penny struck on a silver dime planchette. Due to the transitional period in U.S. coinage, a few dime blanks accidentally found their way into penny presses. These error coins are slightly lighter than normal pennies, have a silvery appearance, and can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. Another variety that excites collectors is the 1965 Lincoln penny in pristine condition, especially those graded mint state 67 or higher by professional grading services. While most circulated examples are worth only face value, high-grade coins are scarce because of weak strikes and heavy use in commerce. A bright, sharply struck penny with full original luster from 1965 can command impressive prices among enthusiasts. The historical backdrop of this coin also adds to its charm. The mid-1960s marked a shift away from precious metals in circulating coins, changing how Americans viewed everyday change. The Lincoln cent, which had already been in circulation since 1909, continued to be a familiar symbol during this time of monetary transition. Collectors often look at 1965 pennies as part of a larger story of how the U.S. adapted its currency system to economic pressures. Even small details like die cracks, off-center strikes, and doubled dies from 1965 can significantly increase a penny's worth. Some collectors specialize in hunting down such minting anomalies, knowing that a coin with a unique error can become a prized possession today. Coin dealers and collectors are always on the lookout for rare 1965. Lincoln pennies especially.